Welcome to Landria, Onkka on YouTube. Here to help you break through those fears and live an awesome life. What are you going to do with it? Let's talk today about what you're supposed to be doing. And you know this is true for you. The one expands. You are part of the one. There is no separation. There's no point where it stops and you start. We're one expansive energy just expressing itself in numerous ways. You chose to be on this planet. We all did at a very critical time. You may not remember this, and not all of us are in the same place or on the same journey. We're experiencing all kinds of different, let's say, scenarios, all of which challenge us, all of us. Because no matter what great life you have here, that too can be a challenge to do something with it that's positive instead of just enjoying the ride. We're all here meant to contribute. So I want to remind you of something, that there used to be theories with science that the universe was constricted and it was not expansive, and it was eventually going to go back into the one and then explode again, and who knows why they came up with this. There's always some kind of data. But what they're finding out now, because we have these super powerful telescopes and all this other good stuff, is that we're expanding. The universe, galaxies, are moving away from us faster than the speed of light. Yeah. What's that mean? Well, we're not the center of the universe, so everything's expanding. Where's it expanding out to? Where's that going? Little mind-boggling, right? Another universe. Well, where's the end of that universe and the other one's starting? Well, they're probably all just endless dimensions. And we always, as humans, want to put a number on something. There are 11 dimensions. Now there are 21. Guess what? There are no limits to anything. There can't be. There cannot be a limit to the one. It is a limitless energy expressing itself on every kind of, let's say, frequency. All right? You are not separate from that frequency. You're participating in it. You're just out here. Sort of like the messenger. You know, the messenger bringing something out here and then gathering information and going back in and giving that information. Well, it's instantaneous. The one desires that you expand. You're part of that. You know this. Are you expanding? We are told that we live in a limited environment, let's say, existence, limited. That we as humans are limited. That we as light beings have limitations, that there are other things outside of us that have control over us. And it's just not true. Not in my opinion. And I think I'm pretty right about this. Why? These things you shall do and more. Right? You can manifest a castle just as easily as a button. With, what is the mustard seed of size of faith? You shall say, mountain move, and it will move. What does that mean? I'm going to switch into another reality, another dimension, another frequency. That's all it means. It's all energy, and you're able to manipulate it in the most positive way. Are you expanding? That's my question to you. So many out there are just so stuck in their problems, and some of them very trivial when it comes to the big picture. When you look back, you're going to wonder if you really, really needed to spend any time worrying or complaining about stuff that's not important. I see people complaining more about each other, and that is the total opposite of what we're supposed to overcome. See the beauty in another. See the suffering in another. Know that they too are on a path of discovery. And how are you going to handle that? Because it's not about them challenging you. It's about your reaction to that challenge. What are you doing with it? Some people are so hung up on people that are negative and this and that. So my question is, all right, you think you're all awakened? How are you handling it? That's your test. It's about them presenting to you exactly where you need to improve, right? We always get exactly what we need. If you continue to be around those people and you feel like you're trapped, it's because they're going to stay there until you master your new frequency that sees them in a different light. And you will change their reaction to you through your raising of your energy. They're going to pick up on it. And I don't care if they're still annoying or what, if they continue to be. Who are we to say that anyways? These are probably people that are hurting, that need attention, that see the world in a negative way. We're here to love one another, to forgive. We're here to embrace one another as one. And if you see yourself separate and somebody else is annoying, it's time to take a very good hard look and ask yourself if you're expanding. Expansion means you're going to look past all of the things that make this life challenging. It's not easy for any of us. There's always going to be things that show up. And I think what happens is when things are good, then all of a sudden we find fault in that. You get, sit on your laurels and things are going well, and then some of the most trivial things become a problem when they truly are not. And this is why we get challenged, to remind us of how grateful we should be for the things that we do have. Are you expanding? What are you doing? What are you doing to expand your knowledge, your, let's say, your giving, your receiving? Some of you even have problems receiving. What are you doing to expand out into that quantum field to make a difference? Or are you so focused on this little me in here that you're not going beyond into all probabilities that could completely rock your world and change everything? And you wonder why things aren't changing? You are not becoming the person that you desire to be to have those results. You're staying into this confined box, which is going to open up whether you like it or not at some point. Wouldn't you rather choose where that's going to take you, what you're going to see when you open that box, and choose where you go with it? Or are you going to allow the chaos that you're creating to come back to you in ways to continually hit you on the head and say, when are you going to take care of this? It's time to expand. It's time to stop being afraid. It's time to handle the issues that you really don't want to do and we put off, we procrastinate, we don't, we're going to put it over here and we're going to avoid it. You can't. It will not go away. Nothing ever does. You are part of the universe, and every thought, it knows, because it is you. You can't hide a thought from the universe. You are the universe. The one knows everything. Everything knows everything about you. The higher realms, there are no barriers. Not the ones that we perceive here. You don't even have barriers here. We're just told that we do. And we're not developing and expanding those gifts that we have of intuition. Maybe you can see things in others, or healing, or all the things. Don't be afraid to expand into that. If you do not, this is your only opportunity in this lifetime, in this moment, on this linear timeline, on this planet, in this one experience of the limitless experiences you will have. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Do you understand how expansive all of this is? How huge it is? And that you are a part of that? You participate in it? You have equal access to use it in whatever way you please? What are you doing with it? Are you thinking about just you and what you need and how other people are irritating you? Or are you expanding into what we are? Compassion, kindness, patience, letting go of that ego that has to have things a certain way, that has to have others act a certain way to make you happy. Maybe you're irritating somebody. Don't you hope that maybe they'll have compassion and kindness for you? Let's give that to one another. Let's offer that every single day. Let's expand, 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 expand. What are you afraid of? Let's break through fear. Expand. And the doors and the gateways are going to blow off. and open up to a world that you didn't imagine, because your message to the universe is, I'm ready to accept expansion and compassion and light and love. And guess what? It's going to start delivering all the good stuff. You stay in here, your message is negativity, I'm fearful, others are a problem, and you're going to get some of those things that are not so pleasant because you've ordered them, because you see the world that way. See the world for exactly what it is. Perfect. Heaven on earth if you expand into that. You are whole and perfect, strong and powerful, loving, harmonious, and happy. Blessings to you, my friend. Namaste.